everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you wanted to join me today because today we're going to talk about 40 different reusable items that can replace disposable single-use items. This is something that I have been wanting to do for a long time, but it takes a long time to make these kinds of videos, and I'm really scared now that I'm making this video, I'm uploading it, and then the second I've done so, I'm thinking of like 40 new ones. So maybe I'll make a part 2 if there's anything I've forgotten. I'm most definitely forgetting something. You guys really like lists, so we're doing this again. This is 40 reusable items that can replace single-use products. A reusable coffee filter for that morning coffee. And a stainless steel tea egg rather than single-use tea bags, which often contain plastic. You can bring your own cup rather than using to-go cups for your beverages on the go. I have a bidet attachment that saves me water and has reduced my use of toilet paper by half. You can use cotton cloths rather than single-use wipes. I have a mimikaki stick that I use as a reusable alternative to Q-tips and e-cleaners. You can get deodorant in a stainless steel container that can easily be reused for storage rather than those spray-ons or roll-ons, which are plastic and much harder to both reuse and recycle. Get a nail stone rather than a nail file. These things can last for over 20 years and require minimal maintenance. When I'm on my period, I use reusable menstrual products rather than disposable tampons and pads. I have reusable pads, a menstrual cup, and a pair of period underwear, which absorbs the same as 4 tampons. I often shop in bulk where I bring my own containers, especially for dried goods. And of course, I'm using reusable bowls and cutlery for every meal. I mean, duh. If I'm having a smoothie in the morning, I will use a reusable straw, but you can also simply use nothing. I'm wrapping my lunch in a reusable wax paper made from soy wax that can be washed and used over and over. Another option is using a lunchbox as an alternative to disposable food wrap like cling film and aluminium foil. I always bring my stainless steel spork with me in my bag in case I need it for ice cream or salads or anything else that require cutlery. I also have reusable chopsticks that I can bring with me. They're better than those in plastic or wood because they last much longer. The good old staple tote bag is also an alternative to a plastic bag, and it's kind of a classic for a reason. If I have to buy loose fruit and veg or bread, I will bring smaller ones too to separate everything. I always use washable napkins and tissues, both when I'm out and also when I'm at home, as well as when I'm sick. I just wash them in between use so I don't fill up my bin with tissues, because once you have used them, they cannot be recycled. I'm also using a reusable water bottle during the day rather than buying tons of bottles and cans for beverages. If I'm out and having some ice cream with my friends, I'll go for a scoop over a popsicle any day, because most popsicles come in plastic. And if the cone is vegan, I'll definitely get that with my scoop. That way the packaging is edible. If not, I'll bring my own tiny jar for my scoop and use my stainless steel spork to eat it to avoid any cardboard cup or plastic spoon. If you're setting a cute lunch table, you might feel tempted to use those small plastic forks for snacks and cold cuts, but rather simply use normal reusable cutlery. I also used to have a fork next to the plates, and I'll just let people figure it out for themselves. If you're going on a picnic or generally eating outside, rather than bringing disposable plates and cutlery in paper, bamboo or plastic, then just go for a reusable alternative like a stainless steel picnic tray or, just a normal plate. If you have to wrap a gift, try to find some fabric or string rather than use the usual wrapping paper, scotch tape or plastic ribbon. This will save you so much trash. I usually wrap my gifts in kitchen towels, and I'll let them be a gift as well. You can also make reusable greeting cards by simply reusing them, old grandma style. For my cleaning routine, I'm using a bagless vacuum. That way I save the extra waste of having to replace the bags. Here, just empty the container into my compost. For cleaning, I also use cotton cloths that can be used way more times than those synthetic ones, and they also don't release microplastic. So I've seen a lot of disposable aluminium trays being used for cooking, and instead I just have a solid reusable baking tray that's perfect for potato, lasagna, you name it. Mine is from secondhand, and you can usually find them in thrift stores. When I'm baking or cooking anything in my oven, I use a silicone baking mat rather than buying paper sheets. They're often processed with chemicals that makes them unfit for a compost, and this way I never have to throw anything away again. I've had these reusable cupcake forms for over 10 years. I think my grandmother gave them to me actually, and they have saved me from buying so many disposable paper forms. They are great organizers for lunchboxes as well. When I have leftovers, I often save them in my freezer, and instead of freezing in plastic bags, I just use my jars as always. Just leave a little room on the top for expansion and you're good. If I'm saving leftovers in my fridge, I'll use 2 plates on top of each other to cover the food. I can also use a glass jar like for the freezer, or cover a container with my wax paper. This way saves me tons of plastic and aluminium in the long run. Doing my dishes also comes with reusables. I have a solid dish soap to save on plastic packaging, but it's just as efficient. I clean my straws and jars with reusable brushes rather than those single-use pipe cleaners. My cleaning sponges have also been replaced by a rough natural sponge that does not release microplastic and that can easily be reused over and over, which most of those plastic sponges cannot. When I pop in the shower, I use a solid soap bar to save on plastic packaging. This both accounts for my conditioner, my body soap, and my shampoo. If I shave, I use a stainless steel razor rather than disposable razors. This lasts a lot longer and the waste is reduced to just the blade, which can be recycled with metal and aluminium. I have a natural loofah that is made from a root and is 100% compostable instead of plastic-based sponges. And in my bathroom, I use a metal tongue scraper that is reusable rather than those in plastic or paper. I actually also use my dental floss several times. It's made from natural materials instead of plastic, and I just rinse it off like I do with my toothbrush after each use. But at one point I'm probably going to compost it. To remove my makeup, I'm using reusable cotton rounds rather than disposable ones. These will be washed with my regular laundry and used over and over again. A good reusable alternative to a lot of single-use products like napkin, receipts, straws, or whatever small plastic items we are offered in our daily life is nothing. We can use nothing over and over again, and we don't even ever have to wash it. Sometimes the best alternative to a lot of single-use products is just using nothing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you liked it. If you did, leave me a comment down below and let me know if I've forgotten anything, if I have to make a part 2. Let's see where this takes us. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Come be my friend. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Take really good care of yourselves. Until then, bye. Thank you so much for watching this video, and also a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. You guys help me create green zero waste content and I love you guys. You can find the links to my social media accounts down below and the link to my Patreon on this screen. Bye!